This Miss Melinda. Welcome to Miss Melinda's Spontaneous Smart Diva Show. So how's all my subscribers out there? How y'all doing? I have 702 subscribers in just a short 4 months. Yeah. And those of you who haven't subscribed yet, join us and join the party because we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. So today's class is still a biology class. I don't know the number. I will edit the number when I'm uploading it. I have to see what class, because I've already got 2 videos I have to upload. And so I don't know, but it'll be titled by the time you see it. It'll be titled and numbered what class. So I just want to thank all my subscribers, all 702 of you. I want to just tell you my gratitude. I am so grateful for your subscriptions and your liking my show and caring about learning something. So I'm going to do the whole biology book, guys. Yes. Now some of you out there, you viewers, subscribe and hop aboard. We're having fun with biology. It's a very interesting class. See, I'm not taking you to like the next biology class because I probably wouldn't know it myself, even though we know everything from Melinda when we get finished with the whole book. I don't know if it would continue in a fashion that we could still understand. I have to look into that. But we got it, a long ways. So don't be thinking of all that, You just got to think about today, one day at a time. One day at a time. I got my little girl ponytail in, see? Oh, and there's my smile. And there's my teeth. No lipstick. See? Okay. So, we're starting a whole new section in the biology book. It's the next page after the last class we had. I'm just staying, in with the biology class. I have like 10 biology classes. You just don't have them uploaded yet. Maybe 12 or 11. They're just, I don't know how far. You got at least 1 through 8 biology classes, at least. I don't know if 9 got uploaded yet or not. But anyway, I will be uploading a few. And I want you guys to please go into class 1, biology class 1. And they're all mumble-jumbled. I can't help it. It just happened because I don't know how to upload on my own. So my tutor, he's tutoring me how to use my my tablet. Yeah, he's tutoring me how to use my tablet. I'm trying to fix my blouse nice. Isn't this a cute little girl blouse? I thought it was pretty and very feminine. And I even have pink ribbon bows, satin bows, and ribbons in my hair. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. Okay, so I need you guys, for all you new subscribers, all new fans, new students, new viewers, when you get into at Melinda Ivkovitz, welcome to, quote, Miss Melinda's Spontaneous Smart Diva Show. When you get through that, you go down, and if you're in home, get out of home. That's a mess. Press that video button. It says video. You got, so right below the name of my show, right below it has home, videos, and shorts, and something else. You've got to press into videos. It's the only way you're going to follow my class. That's the bottom line. And so, but my biology class is all mumbo jumbo. So first of all, for all the newcomers, I tell everybody, you can watch all my, so when you get my next uploads, okay, you're going to get hit with them, and it's going to be a few all at once. And you're going to go, oh, Melinda has some new videos she's posted. Watch all my newest uploads that I do that day. The next time I upload videos, watch all of those new ones. That's okay. Do that because it's fun to see my updated, what I just did. You know, you want to watch what I just did that day. See? So you can watch all those, and it'll be all biology classes. But I need for you, after you have fun watching those, go to biology class 1. And you watch it at your own convenience. I've shortened my, I gotta talk softer. I shortened my videos because they were too long, and sometimes people didn't want to go so long. Even me, I'm trying to memorize all my videos. I keep going back. So what you got to do is, in this biology class, all you new people and my original subscribers, go to biology class 1. And when you're done, do it a few times. And if you need a break, you take a break. But these are shorter. You should be able to stick with it. But just do it as you please. But I am begging you, after you watch Biology 1, I am begging you to look for Biology 2, wherever it's at. They'll all be within 2 rows. So see, when you get into my videos, okay, you're going to have like 4 or 5 videos across. And 4 or 5 videos across. And you'll have like, if you're on a laptop is what see, I hate it because you guys all use cell phones. See, that ruins it because you can't see all my beautiful costumes at once. And that's the fun of it for me. On your cell phones, you see what? Maybe 1 or 2 videos? If you're lucky, full screen it. So, I don't know how you're going to look for biology. I have 8 that are all mixed up. So if you're on a cell phone, are you going to be able to find biology class 2, 3, 4, 5 through 8 on a cell phone when it's all mumble jumble? But it's not going to be low. I got 50. Okay, I have 50 videos. Okay, so there are rows and rows and rows and rows and rows. Okay, so if you're on your cell phone, you're just going to have to find the biology classes. You must watch them in order, or you are not going to understand a word. Okay, I can't keep doing this every video. Just if you're new, just go on to my biology class 1 and watch it in order. But you can watch this here, this video, and all the other videos I upload with this one. Watch all those first for fun, because there will be brand new uploads. But then go to biology 1 and find each class, okay? And then find each class and watch each class, okay? And when there's words you don't know, try to spell it the best you can. I am going to watch my videos. I watch them like every day, some here, some there. So you can jump around. So the 3 main classes for all you newcomers is, the first class I taught was the judicial system, and it's got like 8 classes, I think. Second, I taught law classes, and then I turned it into one big law class called trials. So I'm teaching you about all the chronological steps you take before you get in the courtroom, and all the chronological steps they take in the courtroom when they start the trial. And I only do high-profile trials, so I'm teaching you to be a criminal defense attorney in high-profile trials. I got Jodi Arias in there. It's interesting, but then I burned out on her and the class, because we were doing it for so long. And it was hard in the beginning for them, I think, to follow me in trials sometimes. So, but we will, okay, so we will be going back to trials. The judicial system, we're done as far as, there's nothing more to teach you. For me anyway, in the judicial system. It's about like the Supreme Court and judges and all that kind of thing, DAs and like stuff about the White House and all that kind of, politics. So you could try, I hate politics, but I wanted to watch, and I don't talk politics, religion, or abortion. I don't talk it, and I don't discuss it. Okay. So if you want to, so the 3 is the judicial system 1, trials 2, and then the 3rd, I said I'm giving you a brand new fresh class, biology, and it's the one that I think we can understand the best. But I'm going to go to all 12 of my biology classes starting at 1. I'm going to jot down the word that I don't know the definition or even how to spell. All through class 1. I'm going to do it in 2. And then I'm going to look these words up, get the definitions, and do a class on all the words you don't know. So you could go back to all 12 of my biology classes, which are going to turn into probably 50 biology classes because I'm going to take you through the whole book. But I might give you a break and go to another class for a little while, but I'm not anywhere near ready to do that. I want you to learn this. So I'm not going to go taking off. We just got started. We just got a good start. There's so much more. Yeah, we're going to be in the book for a while, and then we will kind of burn out. We'll take a break, and then we will return back. So it's those 3 main classes: the judicial system, the trials, law class, and I'll give you law rhetoric. I already have, and biology. The biology I want you to really focus the most. But dip over on different days when you got some extra time. Just jump into all my different. If you want to go in my sexiest ones, jump in there. If you want to go in my corporate office, paralegal, court reporting costumes, you can go there too. I'm just as sexy, dressed as a paralegal or a court reporter than I am in these kind of sexy clothes. Yeah. Okay, let's get started. All right? And please, if you enjoy my class and you're brand new, join us. Hit subscribe. Would you hit my like button, please? I say that every class. Okay, so class, biology class. Okay, systems galore, animal structure and function. Wait, I gotta hold this paper right. Okay, I don't like the way I have to look 50 miles away. This paper is like it's in the way too easily. All right, let me try holding it that way. Okay, let me start over. Sorry, guys. All right, systems galore. Animal structure and function is the label that we're going to study right now. So this is a whole new part of the book, but it's the next page after all 12 of the biology classes I already taught. This is just the continuing next page, but it's like a whole new section. It had like a big 4 across the whole page. Like now you're doing something new, and they put systems galore and animal structure and function. Yeah. So, let's try this again. Okay. Animal structure and function. Discover the framework of physiology. Explore how your muscles and skeleton keep you on the move. Explore how your muscles and skeleton keep you on the move. Okay? Follow along as your digestive system takes food in and my tablet's moving on me, the screen, so that's why I'm stuttering and slowing down. Okay, hopefully it won't move anymore. All right, it's really hard. I gotta hold the page really far away. All right. So, okay. Explore how your muscles and skeleton keep you on the move. Follow along as your digestive system takes food in and your excretory system lets wastes out. Okay. Check out how respiratory and circulatory systems move materials through your body. Okay? All right? Take a peek at the way your, I have animal structure up there. Okay. Take a peek at the way your immune system protects you from alien invaders. This is in my biology book, guys, so don't think I'm off the wall. It says take a peek at the immune system protects you from alien invaders. I have no idea what that means. Consider how your cells communicate via your nervous and endocrine systems. Endocrine, yeah. END, like the end of the movie. Doc, D-O-C, same D though. And then crine, C-R-I-N-E. All right, endocrine systems. Consider how your cells communicate via your nervous and endocrine systems. Okay, I gotta talk softer. Shh. See how animals, including humans, make babies. Well, I am sick of seeing that. They have a woman having a baby constantly in movies. It's like, how is that entertaining, watching a woman screaming in pain and having a baby? Well, maybe you enjoy watching it, but I don't. Okay. This is a new label. It's saying, pondering the principles of physiology. The function, physiology, the study of, it says physiology, the study of the function of all living things in their normal state. Okay? The function of living things is closely tied to their structure and begins at the cellular level, period. In order to survive, living things must be able to regulate their functions, I gotta talk softer, and respond to changes in the environment, okay? In this chapter, we help you see how the study of physiology is applicable at all levels of life and introduce you and introduce you to some of the fundamental principles of physiology that apply to all the organ systems. And it says human body. Okay, so I don't have a lot of pages tonight, so can you try to really concentrate on this class, so when you watch all the 12 classes I've already made, you'll understand. You have to go back to class one and then search for 2 and 3. I keep telling you over and over, or you're not going to get this biology class. You'll flunk. So it's real simple if you just do it in order. But you can first watch all the new uploads. You know, you can have fun doing that. All right, let's move along fast, please. So, pondering the principles of physiology, studying functions at all levels of life, to truly be able to understand, to be able to understand, where'd I go? A living being. Okay. You need to have a good mental picture of its structure and the function. I gotta talk softer. And the function of its body cells. To understand, I'm gonna say it again. To truly be able to understand a living being, you need to have a good mental picture of its structure and the function of its body cells. Okay, body cells. Enter anatomy and physiology. Anatomy is the study of structure of living things, and physiology is the study of how these structures function. Period. These two branches of biology go hand in hand because the function of an organism is dependent upon its structure. Okay? We're already on page 5, so are you guys still with me? You still with me? Are you listening and watching? Okay? Okay, let's move along. For example, the function of the heart is to pump blood around the body. The heart muscle contracts, putting pressure on the blood and severizing it out. Okay, squeezing, maybe it's squeezing out. I use these magic markers. I have to. Let me say this. Let me start over. I'm sorry. For example, the function of the heart is to pump blood around the body. Okay? The heart muscle contracts, putting pressure on the blood and squeezing it out of the heart and into the arteries. In order for the heart to function properly, flaps of tissue within the heart, called valves, 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 you know, flips like that, must close off chambers within the heart so that the blood doesn't flow back into it. Okay? However, some people are born with a defect in their valves. That's really bad. That prevents the valves from closing completely. And these people, the heart pumps the blood inefficiently, because some blood flows back into the heart. That's really sad, isn't that? You're born with something so horrible like that. Okay. The heart, instead of going out into the arteries, they're saying if you have that problem, instead, the heart, instead of going out into the arteries, it won't go into the arteries. Okay, a person with this type of heart defect may have poor circulation and tire easily. And tire easily. Heart valve defects are just one example of how differences in the structure of an organism can affect its function. You can study anatomy and physiology at all levels of the organization of living things, from the smallest units of life, cells, to organisms. Some scientists even study ecological physiology. So that's like a quote together, one quote. Ecological, it says, some scientists even study, quote, ecological physiology, unquote, by look at how the physiology of organisms is interrelated with their environment. Okay? We only got 3 pages. Do you think you guys have you been following and listening to me? Or have you been spacing out? I hope not. We've only got 3 pages left. You think you can think about what I'm saying and learn this class? Okay? I want you to learn the whole book with me. Yeah. I'm going to be teaching as long as I mentally and physically can teach. I'm going to teach because I love it. And I love dressing up in my diva costumes. It's part of the fun. And so does everybody else. The complexity of anatomy and physiology grows as you move up the levels of the organization. I gotta talk quieter. As you move up the levels of the organization and living things. Tissues are, here's another label. Tissues are made of cells, which are made of molecules. Fascinating, huh? The foundation of physiology rests upon the function of cells. Okay? But to understand the function of cells, or the details of a physiological process, you need to be able to follow the interacting of molecules within the cell. Okay? We've only got 2 pages. Oh, no, I'm wrong. We don't have that much. Okay. We're on page 8. We just have 9, 10, and 11. So if you could concentrate long enough for that. Okay, it'd be great. Follow what I'm saying, okay? Here's my cute little pigtail. Okay. Organisms, here's a new label. Organisms are made of organ systems, which are made of organs, which are made of tissues. Okay? In order to understand the function of an organism, you need to understand the functions of the organ systems and organs that make up the organs depend upon the function of their tissues, which are groups of similar cells. Okay, page 9. We're almost done, guys. You concentrating? Okay, organisms multiply to form populations. Yeah, organisms multiply to form populations, not individuals. I already taught this before. It was in one of the earlier biology classes. Organisms multiply to form populations, not individuals. Okay, which interact with other populations to form communities. Okay, which interact with their environment. Okay, to form ecosystems. Period. An organism's interaction with the living and non-living things in its environment can influence its physiology. Period. For example, environmental toxins such as polychlorinated biphenyls. I don't know if I should. I want to just get through this because there could be people that might come and interrupt. I need to get through the class. But I will try to write. See, it's too hard. I can't show you this. But it's polychlorinated. Poly and then polychlorinated. 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 Biphenyls. BIPH is F. PIH is F sound. Biphenyls. PCS is an abbreviation of estrogen, like properties, and can affect the reproductive physiology of organisms. Likewise, interactions of pathogens. Okay. Likewise, interactions with pathogens can cause disease, which has a negative impact on organisms' physiology. You know, if you want to Google pathogens, that's easy. It's path, like you go on a path, PATH, and just O, and then gens, GENS, pathogens. You can Google that definition. But it says, likewise, interactions with pathogens can cause disease. So they're teaching you that much about, now you know a serious thing about pathogens. Can cause disease, which has a negative impact on an organism's physiology, which has a negative impact on an organism's physiology, period. To understand the function of a structure at any level in the organization of living things, you often need to know something about one of the lower levels, period. However, knowing stupid paper keeps getting annoying. Knowing everything about the lower levels doesn't necessarily tell you how the higher levels function. Sometimes the sum, S-U-M, sometimes the sum of all the parts is greater than what you expect. For instance, you likely wouldn't predict the intellectual and emotional, this is it, last page, are you listening? Emotional properties of the human brain just from studying how individual neurons function. The properties of an entire system that are greater than the functions of the individual parts of a special name. And the special name is, quote, emergent properties. That's easy. E-M-E-R-G, emerge, E-M-E-R, emerge, E-M-E-R-G, emerge. And then ent, E-N-T, emergent properties is one little quote, like phrase. Okay? So that's the end of class today. I'm trying to keep it really simple, short, and not go too off the deep end during class, unless I have something to add about the class I'm teaching. If there's something, that I know, I'll add to it. Or I just spontaneously do speak throughout my class, I'm not trying to really control anything. But yeah, I do have to watch, I do have to watch, not talking too much during class, unless I'm helping, elaborating on something I'm teaching you. But I may, just talk outright spontaneous. That's why it's called Welcome to Miss Melinda's Spontaneous Smart Diva Show. So I already warned you that it was a spontaneous show. So I could go, who knows what I could talk about during a class. And then after class, I don't plan what I'm going to say after class. It's spontaneous, just like the name of my show. And so I just start talking to you guys. Now, if you haven't subscribed, if you will subscribe and hit my like button, I will smile. See? Cheese. This is my beautiful, here, let me get my lipstick. Uh-oh, I lost the red one. This is it. I have to put my red lipstick, and that ain't it. Hold on. One of these is my red lipstick. I gotta find which one's my red lipstick. That's gotta be it. That looks the darkest. Let me see. Nope. This is the red one. Put that one away. Sorry, guys. You know, the ones that want to leave, you can leave if you watch the whole class. But I would like you to try to stick around for me to, when I'm, BSing. Okay. Oh, the red stayed pretty good on there. Okay. Okay. So, I thought this was a cute costume, and I thought you guys would love it. I think it's a smash hit. It's a definite Hollywood diva costume of the year. I adore it. It has so many embellishments. And I just love embellishments. It's got the ruffly sleeves that come down off your shoulders. It's got ruffles along the chest, the front of the blouse, and then it's got a nice made tight elastic to give me a waist without having to wear a belt. I was actually afraid to have the shirt not tucked in, because I thought that, a shirt when it's out makes me look fat, but this is the opposite. My waist and even my hips look skinnier than when I keep using belts. I keep using belts, to find my waist. Well, you have to give yourself a waist. And so I use belts, because on filming, you have to. Yeah, I'm sitting down for one thing. So it really turned out cute. And I'm wearing leopard pants, see? Because pink or neon pink, hot pink, or this pink, or any pink looks really hot with leopard. All the famous rich divas mix pink or hot pink with leopard. That has been in for decades. And I've been wearing leopard. I had a crushed velvet leopard jacket to my knees when I was only like 8 years old, maybe 10 years old. My mom bought me a crushed velvet leopard jacket that went down to my knees. So see, I already knew that I loved, leopard, and crushed velvet back then was a big thing in the 60s and 70s. So I had a crushed velvet, at like 10 years old. I wish I had a picture of that sucker. That was really a cute jacket. And I already there is a picture, but I don't know where it's at. I already knew I liked white crop jackets. I have a picture somewhere of me and Missy Bono, my neighbor across the street. We were the same age, but she went to a Catholic school. I went to a public school. And so I don't know how I got onto that topic. Oh, talking about styles. So there's a picture of me and Missy, and I don't know if there's one other person in there or not, but I'm wearing a white leather crop jacket, and I'm younger than 10 years old in that picture. I'm already wearing white leather crop jackets. I look like I'm probably 7-ish, maybe, and I'm already in a white leather crop jacket. So it's like I already knew my fashion, and was into it. Yeah. So, how many subscribers have watched all my videos? Raise your hands. I have had one fan, and I believe him. I had one fan comment underneath a video. He says, I have watched all your videos. They're very knowledgeable. I enjoyed them very much, very knowledgeable, and you're a pretty lady. And I just get so many sweet, nice, kind, comments. And I really appreciate because I need that. I need some loving from my fans and students. I need your loving. Yeah. I mean, teaching, I love studying, and I'm studying a lot more than I would if I didn't have an audience. I would not study like I'm studying. I would study, but not like I am. I'm really into this intense, and I mean a bunch of different subjects. I already have neurology in my videos. I have 50 videos. I've got neurology, and then I made up my own word, neuroterminology. And the Microsoft assistant Cortana, I call her, said, yeah, you could turn that word into neuroterminology. So I have neuroterminology class and a neurology class. But they're put on hold, just like everything else. Oh, I started with phonetics. So linguistics was the very first class I was going to teach and did start. That was the whole big thing because I didn't have a tablet. I didn't know a thing that I could have my own YouTube channel and film, and I didn't think I could ever get a device to do it. I just didn't have the knowledge of this, and so I was tweeting some classes in my Twitter, in my @X at Twitter, and I was getting a couple hundred hits, a tweet. But you can't teach. You can't teach hardly at all because, and they can't see or hear me. Yeah, they can't see or hear me. They're just reading it, and it gets cluttered with other tweets and gets buried. And I must have retyped biology. Well, I only was able to teach them. The Charles Darwin. That's about as far as we got because it'd get buried, so I'd start over again with Charles Darwin, and that's about what we, So you can't teach a class on @X Twitter. This, where you can see and hear me, that's the ticket. It's like we're in the same classroom and everything's cool. So, did you guys enjoy this biology class? And did you enjoy this costume? I really like this costume. And I came up with the idea. I go, oh my God, I can wear my leopard pants. Leopard and pink, light pink and hot pink and neon pink. Go kick ass with leopard. I put them on, but I said, but they're not going to see my leopard pants. Well, yeah, you can see them real good. I didn't know that. And I thought I had to tuck the shirt in or I'd look fat. No, you look skinnier with it out. Yeah, this is a real smash hit costume, I think. Yeah, this really is a nice costume. This will probably wind up with 3,000 hits. I got so many thousand hit videos out of my 50 videos. Oh, I'm telling you, my YouTube channel is hopping. So, if you haven't joined, join us and let's party and have a good time. I had fun preparing for this class. I was blasting music in my ears like I always told you. So I was having fun taking my notes and researching, blasting music in my ears. It really gets me into working hard and thinking. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. Please subscribe and please hit my like button. And if you subscribe and hit my like button, I'll smile. Cheese. See my beautiful bright white teeth? They're permanent roots and permanent teeth. They grew into my gums and they don't come out. They're my own real bright white teeth. Me and two friends of mine, all three did this. Because of our lifestyles, our teeth were real yellow. You know, well, I'm sick of talking about drugs and alcohol. I'm sick of that. So we ain't going to be getting into that. But I just want to say, you know, while I was going to school, I would hang in, campus bars. Not the one I graduated. That I went to college downtown Chicago and graduated in '08 in paralegal studies. So I have a good foundation, to teach law. I'm a natural born lawyer. And then I took court reporting. So I graduated in '08, associate degree in paralegal studies at Madison and Michigan Avenue, where you could see the Silver Worm and the Millennium Park from the entrance of my school. But back in '89 and '90 and '91, I was taking court reporting at the same school, but we were located on LaSalle Street, right across from the Board of Trade. And they used to come in, those employees from the Board of Trade, and jump in front of us in our deli, in our building. And it's like, you're just a bunch of college students. We work at the Board of Trade. We work hard and fast. The Board of Trade is on a fast pace. So we have a right to jump in front of you and order our deli sandwiches. And we didn't say nothing. We just let them be assholes, And then we'd get our food and go sit by the Daily Center and eat our lunch. So I had a very privileged school, education downtown Chicago. First in '89, '90, '91, and then back again I started like in the summer of '05, and I graduated in '08. So, okay, I'm going to let you go, and we will see you next biology class, okay? Okay, you guys, get some rest. This is only Monday, right? All right. All right. I love you guys. See my teeth? See? Look. Okay. I love you all. I love all my subscribers. I love all my viewers. I love all my fans. Please subscribe and hit my like button, everybody. Please watch as many videos. I need to activate all 50 videos, okay? We can't, you're going to stay with the classes I told you, and most of your time with biology. But you got lots of time you can just jump in, the judicial system down below, or trials, or the phonetics. But that was like a hell of a situation. So just jump around. I need to activate all 50 of my videos. I love you guys. I'm going to go crawl under my blankie and have a hot cocoa and YouTube a movie to go to sleep. Good night. I love you all.